Hello, Taurus, twin flame, cross watchers, and people who are just looking around for interesting tarot readings to look at. How are you? It's Thursday night. Timmy had oral surgery, so I'm going to be up most of the night watching my little doggy. Hey, Timmy, you okay? Can you see him? He's way back there. I made a little bed for him. You can just stay with me, and I'm gonna just check up on him most of the night. So might as well be here with you. Um, Many people are writing and saying, read, keep on reading for Taurus, keep on reading for Taurus, and I'm happy to do that. I'm very happy. Whatever you want to see. Um, the other part of that is that they want to know more about the twin flame idea, the idea of having a twin flame. I don't do controversy, so if someone takes exception to the use of a word or a term, I can't really help you with that. There are so many other tarot readers to watch. I invite you to find a channel that speaks to you more than this channel does, and yeah, that's a wonderful thing because there's so many different ways to approach and expand your knowledge of the journey of your soul. So, what is a twin flame? Oh, well, again, not everyone believes in the terminology of a twin flame, but if you imagine what the great universal law is, as above, so below, as below, so above, when we have a twin here on the earth plane, well, that means um, in gestation, you either have a paternal or a maternal twin experience. You share the experience of gestation and birth. Can you can you visualize then that sometimes this relationship is wonderful and people can, you grow up with someone, you can complete each other's sentences, you're very close to that person, and yet it could also be what challenging. People sometimes they lose a bit of their own personalization, their own identity, because they say, "Oh, you're a twin, so you're really representing half of the twin experience." In the spiritual realm, if you have a twin flame, uh, soulmate, twin. Well, soulmate is a different in degree and not so much in kind. A twin flame is, um, some would define it as sharing a soul. I don't see that you actually share a soul. Um, that would take lessons in metaphysics and spirituality. That's far beyond what I want to do here with you. What I want to do is kind of walk you through some of the challenges you may experience if you do believe that you have a twin flame or even a twin flame experience. I'm going to keep it very topical, very broad, so that you can fill in your own verbiage, because this is your reality and I'm just trying to read the energy of it. So twin flames, what are some of the challenges? And I'm just going to name a few of them, and there are, I can imagine, several hundred challenges to having a twin flame. And I'm going to use the Osho Ren cards to help me speak with you. So let me just pull some cards. Breakthroughs. Breakthroughs. So a twin flame one of the gifts from the universe, if you do have a twin flame, is the breakthrough that you may experience on your soul journey. Why? Because your twin flame might cause you to grow by seeing how you look to other people. So we can't really understand how we appear to other people, the way we act and such, but we can see our energy, mirrored back to us, like when you have a child and you act a certain way, and then all of a sudden you hear your child from another room saying the same thing that you just said, and you're appalled, like, how did that child pick that up? Well, they're they're mirroring back to you what they saw you do. And if your twin flame relationship allows, you may be able to say, wow, that's a very unattractive trait. I think I see that in myself too. Perhaps let me give you an example. Someone who gets frustrated too quickly. Their frustration threshold is very low, and when someone passes that frustration threshold, what turns out is anger. So a little snapping, snapping, snapping. And when people have a habit of snapping, I'm talking about that's what they do when they're upset, when they're frustrated, they snap at people. Well, it's one thing when you snap at people, but it's another thing when you see that personality trait mirrored back to you and you're like, whoa, is that what I look like? If you don't have a twin flame, you might see this when someone videotapes you. Maybe you're at a soccer game or something, and you're jumping about, and you're really perturbed at a call, and you're not presenting the best part of yourself, and you're when someone plays this back to you, you're like, oh, oops, oops, and it's a chance to grow as a person. What's a better way for me to handle life situations than to snap and to present myself poorly? So yeah, so it's a chance to grow. Your twin flame, actually, um, the two of you could mirror each other's personality so well that you don't I would say you don't get along. I see this often with mothers and daughters relationships. They are so alike that they get on each other's nerves. And I'm going to leave that one right there. What else can I say? Politics. Oh, politics. How would that affect twin flame? The politics of twin flame. Oh, okay. The politics of twin flame. Your twin flame might not be available for you. The politics of love. You might be free and ready for that romance. They might be married. They might have just they might be recently widowed, or their situation is not they're not available. So the politics of love, even though you are ready, your twin flame may not be ready. So that's another challenge. That's another point of my journey as a soul. I have to realize that I can't stomp my foot and demand and expect things to happen. The sun does not rise and set at my command. It's not an easy lesson to learn. Schizophrenia. Definitely. When you have a twin flame, you your your thought patterns might become very disorganized. It might seem like you're in Alice in Wonderland. Like everything is not real. It's surreal. Why? Because having a twin flame puts you in a relationship that is not similar to every other earthly relationship that you see. The twin flame relationship is different. It'll make you think that you are going cray cray. Your thoughts are like, oh, I used to be such a, especially Taurus, organized. We are dependable. We're grounded. We're reliable. But when we are around our twin flame, hoo-ha, disorganization. It it's very frustrating. It's to say you're frustrated is it just doesn't even begin to describe how you feel. The burden is real. The burden of having a twin flame is real, right? Um, there's a runner chaser. There's a runner chaser pattern that occurs with twin flames, meaning someone is either being pursued, and then that the person who is chasing after them feels like, hey, do you know who I am? Why do you think I'm chasing after you? And this is not my normal. You better stop running. And then that person stops running, and then starts chasing you, and then you run. And so it's runner chaser, and the burden is real. Possibilities, the possibilities with twin flame relationships. The possibilities, if you see that mountain, you might have to climb that mountain to get to your twin flame, because just because you have a twin flame does not mean they live next door to you. They could live in a different country. They could live on a different continent. So the possibilities are there, but it's not necessarily an easy climb to get to this person. Let me stack some of these just for visual cues. So so what's the good thing about having a twin flame? Well, it's purely for the journey and soul growth. What else we can have? Guilt, the guilt, the guilt of twin flame. And that can come from the obsession. When you are in that twin flame energy, you, like we're talking about feeling disorganized, surreal, but the obsession the obsession is part of of you're obsessed. You can't stop thinking of this person, even if you want to. If considering free will, it's like, this is too hard, it hurts too much, I want out of this. The obsession, it can you turn it off? I That's a good question, and I don't have that answer. I think if we could just say, twin flame, this hurts too much, and I'm losing I'm losing too much of my life, my energy. I want to call this obsession with you quits. That'd be a wonderful thing to do. But I don't know, and I don't practice white magic, or definitely not black magic. So being able to um, curtail and contain twin flame energy is not something I know anything about or recommend. Playfulness. Oh, it's wonderful. The flirtiness between twin flames it's huge, but with that flirtiness comes, like, I don't want to say a false promise. The flirtiness doesn't become like a false promise of good things to come. I mean, but the flirting is great, and being together in 5D is phenomenal, as long as you can suffer the pain of not having a regular relationship. Twin flames will never realize or resemble a regular earthly relationship. Creativity, well, the creativity comes from how your twin flame will help you to see and confront your own regrets, flaws, missteps. Again, it's like a mirror, but it's done in a creative manner. You can give so many different pieces of instruction, but the tone has to be right. The acceptance has to be there, and with creativity, it helps to open that door of, hey, there's something here that you should really look at. That if you took care of this, your soul journey would be less bumpy, be less apt to have to repeat things again. Fighting. Twin flames often fight. It's they might not even, like I said before, they might not even be compatible. They could be really the odd couple. Um, Please take this to heart. Twin flames fight. There's miscommunication. Oftentimes there's no communication. The ghosting is real. The ghosting is real. But when people talk about, well, my twin flame, it should be just all, King of Cups and romance and the Lover's card. No, no, no. It's fraught with strife. The Miser. Your twin flame, a miser? Absolutely. Where you're expecting to have that love pour out from this twin flame into your life, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen because the two of you are on such a difficult journey that the energy just isn't there for the extra niceties. So the miser is not about money. The miser is about pouring out of love. The love is being held onto like the Four of Pentacles. Excuse me. So pretty much that's a good overview of twin flame action, and why it's not always such a bucket of roses. I hope this is helpful. Please let me know in the comments. Okay, bye bye.